How do you really trust that someone, including your doctor or dermatologist, has your best interests in mind, or is going to give you something that is going to work specifically for you, that you're going to get invested in continuing to do? And I was just talking about how I really like to make sure that the person feels comfortable telling me anything they want regarding their life even. You know, if there's something in their life going on that's stressful, stress plays a huge role in skin disease. You know, some people say stress doesn't even exist. That's just wrong. Stress is huge. So that's the thing. So I like to establish this strong trust between myself and whomever has come to me for help. And a lot of people, by the time they come to me, they've already seen maybe their family doctor. You know, I'm a specialist. Like, it takes, you know, sometimes even years to finally kind of find someone. The reason they're coming is because they're almost kind of at their wit's end a lot of times. I mean, I have people, they walk in, we start chatting, it's all of a sudden I'm handing them tissue, you know, and they're sobbing, something really big is going on that's really affecting their emotional, you know, well-being. It's affecting everything, and the skin shows it. You know, the body does too, but the skin is, you know, kind of our first line of defense, and stress is a huge factor. So I like to really listen to what people, A, what they're here for, what they need, and B, what they are wanting to do about it. And some people don't really care, or they say they don't care, and then we work on it for a few visits, maybe see. I want to just really know what bothers a person or not. And I'll never try to upsell someone on, well, here, you should just do all this stuff, like certain procedures. That's really not the point. That's not the reason they're coming. They're coming because they want to do something better for themselves. They have reached that point already. It's like a self-care kind of point, which is wonderful. But what is it that they actually want to do, and what they're willing or the level they want to go to reach certain results and be able to maintain the results? So that's just a really key component of who I am as a dermatologist, as a physician. I feel like it's really the only way to really help. I was talking with someone about my veterinarian who, every time I go in, she basically judges me for something that's not perfect about my dog, and never says anything like, boy, your dog is just so pretty, or she's got such cute ears or something. I know that sounds like a minor thing, but you have to have a back and forth. It can't all be the negative, like, well, you're doing this wrong, this wrong, this wrong, you're eating the wrong food, you're not doing your routine appropriately, or you're using the wrong products. Just throw everything away. I never tell people to throw everything away. I think that there can be some good products that people have already in their bathroom that we can incorporate in a different way, or we can maybe add one or two things, and then there's success right there, rather than making people feel like chastised for not knowing. It's my job to know. You know, everyone has their scope, and this is where I like to kind of come in and offer what I know. A dermatologist-recommended product is really important, as long as it's really making that statement, if it's done appropriately, or if it's honest and true. But if a dermatologist says that, you know, this ingredient or this kind of formula is a really, it's a strong product that's going to help in a certain way for someone, I think that holds a lot of value over something that is sitting on a counter and someone saying, you know, this is going to make you look 10 years younger, but there's no physician backing, or there's no science backing on the product. I mean, you see that all the time, and there's flashy, really good, like bright colors and flashy advertising and marketing for a lot of products. But I know at least from my research and my work already with making my own line and getting involved in this for the past over a decade, it really is amazing how many people come in and start using maybe one or two of my products, and they turn around like a week later and I get an email, or they come in next visit and say, I have never been able to find anything for my whole life that has actually made this, you know, problem go away, or has helped me this much. I mean, it's like a huge breakthrough. I can just see in their, you know, their whole demeanor. It happens, and this is for people of all ages even. So it's not just in the beauty kind of industry, it's also in problematic issues like eczema, psoriasis, acne. These are disease processes that people are desperately looking for something, and there's just so many creams out there. It's like, you know, how do you know it's a really good one? Well, I'd probably look at the label and see, was it doctor recommended, or was it dermatologist formulated or recommended? I think that's a really big plus, and it could probably save you a lot of time and money. One of the big things I've seen with products that are on the market that are kind of flashy and, you know, promising anti-aging, or promising this, you know, kind of miraculous results, look at the ingredient list, or you can even just open the top. They have fragrance, like tons of fragrance in them. They can even be like the top, you know, most expensive things, and there's so much fragrance. Fragrances are a big red flag. You don't benefit from fragrance. It's a marketing scheme. It's to get people to kind of fall in love with the scent. It's almost like putting a cologne with something. So you're like, I gotta have my Lancome because it makes me smell a certain way, and then I feel really, you know, a certain way, really good or really elegant or something. That's definitely, it's a marketing kind of approach rather than a true, like, it doesn't add any value to the skin product directly. And in fact, it can actually harm the skin product if you turn around and end up getting an allergic reaction or an irritant reaction. It's common to have. Plus, fragrances are actually pretty bad for the environment. So there's a lot of reasons not to have a fragrance in a product. If you do like a certain scent, I mean, yeah, you can get a cologne or do something. But if it's mixed in with your skincare product, it's probably harming it or diluting it or causing just kind of pull you into the product based on how much you like that scent versus how much the product really can help you directly.